Hey Beyond Xers, and welcome to beautiful Mancos, Colorado, the third stop on the Centennial Singletrack circus. Mancos is such a special place and was really the hub of activity long before Cortez even got established. Cortez is the bigger town now, but Cortez was just a fork in the road when Mancos was a booming town. Mancos sits at an elevation of about 7,028 feet. It was established in 1894. Before that, the Ute and Navajo used this area, and before that, the ancestral Puebloans. That's why Mancos is the gateway to Mesa Verde National Park, which is just 10 minutes down the road. If you want to camp at Mesa Verde, it has a whopping 267 campsites. I keep saying Mancos, the locals call it Mancos. Don't ask me why.
Colorado has more than 9,000 trails open to mountain biking. Trails covering more than 18,000 miles across the state, climbing and descending over 3 million feet of elevation. And I want to ride them all.
This is called Aqueduct. It's just a couple minutes west of Mancos. It's brand new. Just talked to a guy, he said, turn left all the time. Said, there's nothing scary out here, just rip it up. It's a brand new area built by the Mancos Trails group. And the gentleman I talked to had lots of praise for it. So turning left at the first trail. This is called Even Flow Trail. Yeah, buddy. This isn't a very big area, but kind of a neat spot. I started working on it last year. Got a bunch of trails done. I think somebody said there's 9 or 10 miles worth here. These are all basically green trails. There's a couple new ones that are marked blue on trail forks. He said just rip it up. Could use a few berms here and there. Wow, that was kind of fun. And don't park at the first trailhead you come to. That's a little tiny one I parked at. Apparently there's a main parking lot too. Moonscape. The sign was wrinkled. I thought it said Moosescape. It's Moonscape. This apparently goes toward the main parking lot. So I'll buzz through there and get some video of the main parking lot for you. Yeah, buddy. Whoa. Oh, man, some berms would be really nice. All right. Here's the main parking lot. A lot more room in this one. Apparently people don't use this one as much either. Nice map. Resuming on Moonscape. Apparently class 1 e-bikes are allowed out here. Popular among horses and runners. Pretty gentle climb so far. Lots of flowers right now. A couple switchbacks. Not tight by any means. Moonscape continues that way. We're going left on Even Flow again. It's climbing, but not bad at all. I've seen deer, turkeys, lots of flowers. All right, going left on Ridges Loop. Ridges Loop is a little bit of a climb. Kind of makes sense. It's called Ridges. It climbs up a ridge, even though it's uphill. Still rides great. This will keep improving and getting better because they just built these. So, okay, Ridges Trail continues straight. I believe the gentleman was telling me that this Mountain View Loop is brand new, and he said it's really fun. I think it climbs to the top of the little ridge here first and then has some bomber stuff. We'll find out. So far, pretty darn nice. I love these climbs that have like these little breaks, interesting stuff. It just makes the climbing so much easier. Yeehaw! Oh, fun. Whoa. Still a little soft. Oh, that was cool. Doing a little climbing again, so I assume there'll be some more great downhill after this. Still easy climbs, nothing technical at all. I don't know if it goes to the top. Still a lot of ridge above me, as you might be able to see there. Wow, the views up here are pretty incredible. This is very cool. Mesa Verde out yonder. There's Sleeping Ute Mountain, and Mancos Valley is all of this. And over here, we got the La Plata Mountains. Let's check out some downhill. What do you say? Gotta remember this is new, so the corners are probably a little soft. Ooh, buddy. Thanks. Yeah. Oh boy. Ooh. Yank. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're nice berms, but they're still soft enough that you don't want to go full bore into them. Yeehaw. Oh my gosh. Oh. Woo. Oh wow. Whoop. I'm the tall guy, so I test out whether the branches are cut high enough. A little more downhill maybe. Those are fun. Oh my gosh. All right, now we're back on something else. The sign was all wrinkled. They're just paper signs right at the moment because they haven't got their real signs in yet. Whoa. Yeah. Woo. Oh my gosh. Hey. Woo. Wow. This is fun. Ridges Trail continues to the right. I'm going left on Pump Station. Like I said, Pump Station is like cream of the crop. So, big expectations. If you want to go down, must go up. But what must go up, must go down. That was a very short uphill. Whoa. That one kind of just launches you into space. Yeah. All right. Must have made it to the top. It just kind of climbed up over the ridge again. Back on Ridges Loop again. So these probably won't expand much because the boundaries of this public land are, I think the trails are right to the boundaries already. It's more of those cool views. Wow. The soil is really unique. It's shale, so when it's broken down, it classifies as a sand, basically. It's really goopy if it gets wet, but not terrible, not like it looks. and it almost needs a little moisture, kind of like most good sandy riding soil, to kind of roll in. I'm going to turn left right up here on, oh, well, it says Ridges Loop. Trail Forks calls it separation, so I think this is an up track is why they're doing this. So this goes down, and this will tie right back into where I started. All right. Ridges Loop, also called separation. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Yeah. Whoa. Oh boy. Whoa. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, buddy. Oh. Oh. Those are fun. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh. Whoa. Ah. Woo. Oh boy. Woo. Yep. That's some fun. You know. Oh, and here's where I came in. Discharge trail. So, nice little alternate parking lot if the other one is full. You know, yeah, don't let the green status of these trails fool you. These are really fun, flowy, pumpy trails. Very impressed. Hey, Pooch. How's it going, Poocher? What you doing? What you going? What's your name, pal?
After the aqueduct trails, I headed over to Absolute Bakery, where they serve breakfast and brunch from locally grown and sourced baking goods. I got one of their famous breakfast wraps to go, and I explored their town a little bit more. Mancos has several restaurants and lodging options, a small grocery store that also serves pizza, its own school district, and a ton of history. It has some pay campsites and fishing just up the road at Mancos State Park, and access to several trailheads. If dispersed camping is more your thing, there is plenty of dispersed camping northeast of Mancos once you get into the San Juan National Forest on County Road 561. And there's a fee campground there called Transfer Campground. The trails were still too wet when I went to Transfer Campground, but I was able to ride some of the rim trail that ties into the Mancos Spur alternate off of the Colorado Trail.
I'm sampling rim trail behind Mancos by the Transfer Campground. It's a pretty little trail I just like a lot, and it ties into Chicken Creek Trail in about 2¼ miles. It's a fun little trail, but what's really cool about it is just the spectacular views. Check them out. It's Mount Hesperus. So there's a trail down to my left in the bottom of the canyon here that is pretty ornery. It ties into Shark's Tooth Trail. If you want to see Shark's Tooth, check out this link up here. Some places have very bike-friendly gates, and other places, not so much. Ooh, a little overgrown. No, buddy. It's just a fun little techie trail. Wow. Woo! Extra chunky. So you can pretty easily go from easy green, flowy, single track. Wow. Screwed that up. I can't talk and do that at the same time. Oh boy. So you definitely got to watch for hikers on this trail. It's pretty popular among hikers. All right, so I'm going back with my tail between my legs. Can't even make it to Chicken Creek. Whoops. Slow start to this Centennial Singletrack series. So much snow this year, it's taken a while for things to open up.
After the Rim Trail, I went to the Chicken Creek riding area, just 15 minutes north of Mancos on Highway 184, to check out one of my favorite trails there called Blue Jay.
This is a popular winter place for skate skiing. They groom these trails. Not fat biking though, definitely not fat biking. Only skate skiing and some cross country. There's our groomers right there. Still quite moist up here too. I'm trying to go slow so I don't wreck my chain. Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, and normally by now everything's dry and good to go. Not this year. A lot of water in this little tiny creek. So I'm at the top of Blue Jay Trail. Lost Chicken Trail is kind of a newer one. It makes a big loop around that way and around that way. But I'm going Blue Jay. Blue Jay's the funnest trail, I think, in Chicken Creek trail system. I like Blue Jay because it's kind of one of the faster trails out here. Plus it goes along this lovely little creek. A little pedally, but it's fun because you can go fast. Hopefully I don't wreck on a giant pine cone throw in a pedal stroke here and there. Woo. So as you can tell, Chicken Creek is very beginner friendly, very kid friendly. If you want double black diamond stuff, go up in the mountains. But as far as like right around Mancos, this is the flavor. Oh, still have fun out here though. Ah. Right turn. Don't miss that. If you're coming down Blue Jay, watch for that. Normally this creek doesn't have this much water in it. This might actually be like a diversion canal. They put a nice little bridge here. That was good of them. Pretty pretty. Very pretty and noisy. This is probably the most technical part in this entire trail system. One little heads up I'll give is this area is popular among hikers and horseback riders. No e-bikes here. You know, in the winter they're very strict about skate skiing and classic cross country. No fat bikes. And part of the reason for all of that is because it seems to be a high conflict area for some reason. So, you know, you come out here, pay your respects, be nice, everybody will get along and still have fun, right? And there you have it, Chicken Creek. Hey Olaf, how's it going? Mancos is just a great little town with genuinely nice people. I met some very nice people. Just an excellent location. I wouldn't call the trails like top class, but they're excellent for beginners and intermediate. And there's a lot of fun to be had within close proximity to the town. If you want hard double black diamond trails and big epic adventures, the mountains are just a stone's throw away. I really appreciate you following along, and I wanted to give a special shout out to Benjamin Doyle, who covered one of the wish list items on Buy Me a Coffee. That'll help out a huge amount. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone else's support. I appreciate you watching videos and liking and subscribing and doing all those things that you all do, and I really hope that you're enjoying the videos. Looking forward to number 4. Number 4 is a mystery. I don't know which one it is yet, so stay tuned and we'll see where I end up. So until next time, whatever trail you're on, make it your adventure, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, real quick before you go, I wanted to tell you about my wife and her fundraising efforts. She's trying to raise funds to help orphaned kids in Mexico and families in need. Lately, she's been very inspired by Ryan Van Duzer. On his recent trip to Africa and Rwanda, he met Calix there and donated a bicycle to him. And my wife thought, hey, I can raise funds to help buy bicycles for families that need them in Rwanda too, because that's the main form of transportation. So she's been working with Calix to come together and raise some funds, and she'll donate them, and Calix will buy the bicycles and give them to families who really need them. So if you want to help that effort, jump on Buy Me a Coffee. Link is in the description below. There's also a tip jar you can donate, and just specify that's where it goes. Other donations on Buy Me a Coffee memberships and stuff help that stuff too, along with supporting this channel and keeping me making content for you, and donating a little time to trail work myself,
because I have so much time.